Yo, what's going on, guys? Dynasty here, back in the video. Welcome back to the channel today. Today, guys, we have week 2 of the Madden Online franchise. And in this week, we are playing the Texans. Now, going into this game, I was told that this was one of the better players in the league. And I stream every game, and I was told by multiple people that I was going to lose this game, but I didn't. I pulled out the W. Yes, you guys are going to be seeing the highlights of this. We got 6 minutes of highlights. I'm just going to talk about my mindset going through this game and everything. And, maybe you guys maybe you guys can take what I say and maybe it'll help you guys win more games or whatever. Who knows? But let's get into the game literally early because I'm using the Bengals. I wanted to run with Chase Brown because in week 1, Chase Brown ended up going off for 100 rushing yards. And I wanted to start where everything was taken off. And look at that catch, by the way, insane. But yeah, I wanted to give Chase Brown a lot of attempts this week, considering he had 20 attempts in the first week and ended up playing very well. Look at this throw right here. I try to throw it down in single coverage, but he stops it. And we take our field goal early. Literally, as soon as I took that field goal, I was like, damn, I might lose this game, even though it was just the first quarter. But yes, the whole offensive scheme was kind of through Chase Brown, and then defense. I didn't know what I was going to do on defense because my defense hasn't been that good this year. As you guys see, I almost gave up a big rushing touchdown, and then I give up a touchdown right there off a high ball. But anyways, back on offense, I end up hitting all the flat routes and everything early, and look at that spin move. Literally, what I do against most people, if they're not guarding anything short, I will just throw short majority of the game until you guard it. And look at that run by Chase Brown, bro. He is so good. Moving on here though, I end up going back to the run game with Chase here, and we get a good gain of 8 yards right there, which is absolutely insane. And then look at this, a nice little RPO. Run game's been working, but they're not expecting the RPO, and we get the first. That's all we wanted was the first. But going back here, we're going back to the passing game. And just look at this, bro. End up getting sacked because I backed up all the way. So we end up taking our 3, which almost gets blocked, but we're down by 1. When you're playing franchise, guys, it's not a bad idea to take your 3. It's really not. But we got lucky after that field goal that we actually got him called for intentional grounding. And then look at this real quick. I just got to say this. Boy Mafe had a crazy game this week. He had 2.5 sacks. Absolutely insane. Hoping that he gets player of the week for defense, but look at this pick. Absolutely insane. I will say my defense this week was absolutely going crazy. 34 seconds though. I wanted to try to get in field goal range, so I end up hitting Jamar, and Jamar Chase was wide open, and he ends up getting our first touchdown of the week once again. He ends up throwing it deep, and look at this defense. We get there again, and we pick it off. And I was honestly hoping we could take this back for 6, but unfortunately he cut us off. But we had 11 seconds. 11 seconds, and I just want to get upfield. I end up throwing it down. We green it. He gets perfect hit timing, but there's a flag on the play. It's illegal contact. We accept it, move up 6 seconds though, and just look what happens, bro. I end up throwing it up to triangle. We end up catching it, and I try to go down, and we get the timeout called. So we end up taking our 3 right before half to take a 16-7 lead. Absolutely insane. 3 field goals already throughout this game, though, which is insane. But yes, so back on defense, we end up getting another sack at a 2nd and goal. And then right here, he's still 2nd and goal. And, we play more fence, get a nice little TFL right there. And then, that just ends up forcing him to have to make a tough decision. And we play fence. And look at that, break it up. But he takes he fucking tried to take his 3, which he did. And look at that, by the way. What a catch by Jamar Chase. Absolutely insane. We go back to the RPOs. We hit T. Higgins on it, and T. Higgins gets us the first down with a nice little toe tap. Going back here, though, we go back to the run plays here, and Chase Brown, man, just being a demon, just filling those lanes. Then right here, I end up throwing it up to Higgins, and Higgins brings it down for the tutty. I think that was Higgins, actually. I don't know. That might have been Yoshi, actually. I think it was Yoshi. But then we will go for the 2-point conversion. Sorry, my mic cut out. But yeah, we end up getting the 2-point conversion, and then we get a sack immediately after that. Boy Mafe, man, had an insane game. Going to the 4th quarter, though, we still continue by playing more defense. He chucks it deep, and look what ends up happening. We get another interception. Like I said, the defense was just going crazy this game. So with the 4th, I end up running the ball again, and just look at this. Chase Brown, spin move, and then look at that. All I see is green, and that is going to be a Chase Brown 75-yard rushing touchdown, baby. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Anyways, moving back on to defense, we get another pick once again. Like I said, we were playing fence, and that was Jordan Battle with the interception right there. But we end up going back to Chase Brown here, and he ends up getting us the first down. He ended up, really trying to get those yards, but he ends up stopping us here, and we take yet again another field goal. Evan McPherson had quite a game. Anyways, I'm now on Barrett Carter, our second year middle linebacker, and look at that. He forces a fumble, already has an interception on the season with a forced fumble. Absolutely insane. Hoping to have him keep getting better. And then I hit T. Higgins here just to get the first down. And that's where we end up needing the ball to end the game. We end up winning 34-10 against the Texans, which, we're 2-0 to start the season, man. Don't know how long us being undefeated will last. But if you guys did enjoy the video, don't forget to drop a like, comment, answer for more. It's been Dynasty, and I'm out. Peace.